Hello my lovely crafty friends, and we are back with another day in Junk Journal January. Today is day 24 and balance, and this is something I struggle with. I struggle to balance the kind of the work, craft, kind of balancing everything life. I'm getting better at it. I'm starting to say no to things when I feel like I've used all my spoons. But yes, sometimes I find it difficult to find that happy balance in life, my craft, which is my hobby, and my work. So today we're going to look at balance, and we are nearly at the final straight. So we are using the lovely kit created by Sandra at Be Happy Stationery and Jeanette at Crafting Dragon Designs. And the last few days have been a little bit fun. So we talked about home. We talked about this little chap who is not resting, but look, he goes doing, and he can bounce up and down on his bed. Mismatch, we used a different kit from Sandra. And contrast yesterday. So yesterday we created that contrast scene between the very wintry tree that's in the kit, and then just laying a vellum overlay and creating a more spring-like contrast. So today we are all about balance. And where's my pegs? I don't know what I've done with my big pegs. I've put them somewhere. So today we are going to use balance, and gone back to my very fabulous book of When We Were Young. The cover has been used for something else, so they are just pages. And there is a picture in this kit of a kid sat, you know, like that picture of all the workmen over New York sitting on the beam. That's the one I was looking for, but whilst looking for that, I came across this rather fabulous picture, and actually she's sewing and trying to get there, and do you know what, it just sums up what balance means for me. It's like a juggling act. So we're going to use that image, and actually I think I'm just going to keep it as a full photo. So we're going to have that, and we're going to use some of the scraps we've got left over from other pages. I'm trying not to print more than just one set of this kit, so I'm trying to keep it within the one set of print of the kit, which actually is not working out that hard, because I've still got some lovely images left, still got some lovely bits and bobs left over from printing the kit right at the beginning of January. And those bits and bobs that I've added in since, the wallpaper, the gel plate printing. We've got those lovely little flowers that we're using, and lots of other images. So, balance. Today is all about finding the right balance. So, let's squidge that across, pop that somewhere safe, because let's be honest, I'll lose it. And let's just tear off these edges. It is quite a large photo, but I quite like that, because again, it's going to completely unbalance the page, because the page is kind of a set size. The images are on this page quite what's the word I'm looking for? It's quite a small, it's quite a subtle hint to the kit on this page, but we're going to balance this out. So we've got our photo, we're just going to have that there. We're going to create kind of a bit of a background for the photo using some of our different papers, almost like creating a bit of a cluster behind it. So let's have like that. Let's have that one that way, that one that way. Yeah, so I quite like that. Let's have a little bit of this lace as well. Let's tear that excess bit there off. So we've got kind of up like that. That's nice, I like that. And then we're going to do similar at the bottom. So as I said, I'm just trying to use up the bits I've got left over from other pages. So we're going to come in at the bottom corner there. Let's have another bit of this page. So that's bringing those together. I quite like this. That's quite, let's take that one out, and I'm going to use a bit of this one. And I'm just tearing everything. As I've said previously, I really like the torn edge effect. I like that it gives you that texture. Let's get rid of the, I like that it gives you that texture. So let's just kind of cluster that together and cluster this in, and then we're going to have our photo, and then we're just going to have a little quote about how it's all about finding the right balance, juggling what is ever going on in your life at the moment. So we're going to stick that down. I'm going to add the quote, and then that's page 24 done. Nice and simple, keeping it simple as is with most of the kit. So let's just get that stuck down, and then we'll add the tag, and then we're done. So that was just coming in at that bottom corner there, coming in again at that bottom corner, just putting the straight edges in. Top corner, let's have it on opposite corners, so we're finding that little bit of balance again. We had that one next, didn't we? Using the kit, using leftovers of what we've got. Let's put the glue on this one this time. There we go. And then let's stick our picture of the balancing act. If you're anything like me, this is what your life is like. Complete balancing act. And then let's just add the prompt. Where did I put it? I put it somewhere safe. Let's have that up in that top corner there. And let's just do a quick kind of just a little quote that says it's all about finding the right balance. Where's my pen? There it is. Fit on, please. Okay, and I watched a video on YouTube recently that said, like, she was saying her handwriting was awful, and she'd been shown by someone that if your handwriting's bad, just write it as you normally would, and then just emphasize all the down strokes, and you kind of got that little bit of kind of calligraphy-ish. I mean, my handwriting's not that bad, years and years of being a teacher, but I know lots of people don't like their handwriting. And then let's stick that down. It's all about the right balance. Just stick that in that corner there. And we are done. Day 24, balance. Hopefully you'll have a balanced day today and you'll manage everything you need to do. So before we go, let's just have a quick recap on the prize giveaway. So if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that this huge envelope of Happy Mail could be winging its way to you simply for joining my Facebook group and posting a picture of something you have created in Junk Journal January. So we've got buttons, we've got previous projects, we've got stickers and doilies and a bit of my scrap rolls, some book pages, matte paper, brown paper, tissue paper, wallpaper, some of my leftover gel plates we did from whatever day that was, a few pages left over from the Be Happy kit, music sheets, more book pages, some book page stamps, some die cuts, some hidden paper clips, postage stamps, some books and packs of stickers that when I culled my stickers, and a whole bundle of napkins. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my bits and bobs drawers, my treasures drawer, and put in some brads and some gems and bits and bobs as well. So all you have to do to win this happy mail is, 1, live in the UK, sorry, but postage is mental. Join my Facebook group, Crafty Claire's Crafting Community, and post a picture of something you have created in Junk Journal January. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.